everybody. Stream health was not great for a bit there. Wait, why are we at 0? Come on. I thought my connection was bad because I was accidentally doing a cloud backup. It might just be bad. Is it just bad? Is it my fun treat? I'm worried my fun treat is causing problems. It's giving us trouble. I don't know why it would, but... This might be cursed. What if I close it? Is everything fine if I close it? Everything seemed to be fine if I close it. Okay. Well, you know, here I was like, I keep talking about playing Happy Home Designer. What if I play some Happy Home Designer? Happy Home Designer does not seem like it wants to play nice with OBS, so that's fine. That's okay. We don't need to play Happy Home Designer. It's fine. We can just play City Folk. City Folk's fun. Everyone likes City Folk. Hey everybody, by the way, BT dubs. No one says that anymore. Why'd I say that? That's awful. I feel like a old person. I'm Janine. I'm at Bleeding Heart on Twitter. I am in fact an old person. Sorry to tell you. I'm over 30. That means I can't be in fandoms anymore. It's been very difficult. But we're getting through it. Let's play some Animal Crossing and see if my internet behaves. I can't tell if I want it to have been Happy Home Designer's fault or if I want it to have been the internet's fault. Because if it was the internet's fault, then I just realized there's a bit of wood grain peeking through under the... I'm just gonna close that. Okay. It's a weird aspect ratio, this game. Oh, am I very quiet? I can bump a little bit. My mixer might be a little low. I'll bump up this a bit too. And then this a bit. Anyway, my internet still seems like it's being weird. Which means maybe we will be able to play Happy Home Designer on a slightly less weird internet day. Because if it's just Happy Home Designer being shitty with OBS, that would be very upsetting. Let's see how it goes, though. Happy Thursday, everyone. It's Apollo's birthday. You know Apollo. Apollo's that bird. We haven't... Fuck me. I'm gonna do that every damn time. I haven't played this since I last streamed, so I'm a little worried that someone's gonna have moved out. Frankly, I'm a little worried I will have missed some sort of cool event. Crap. I'm a little worried that, the town will be overrun by spiders. Ooh, Ooh, beetle. I was gonna say beetle. Beetle. That's a beetle, y'all. That's not an accent. That's nothing. I like this rain music, though. Fuck. Yeah, I don't have good depth perception in this game. The world being on a cylinder kind of fucks you up like that, I think. I actually, like, got a good night's sleep last night, so now I just feel amazing. I was like, I'm gonna stream before 7, and we're gonna have fucking sloppy joes for dinner. I'm gonna have coffee again before 7, which I'm sure is not at all related to how I don't sleep great sometimes. Point special on July 7th. 5 times. Whoa, that's a lot more points. That's like worth writing in a calendar, a number of points. So I'm gonna write that in my calendar. The 7th is Sunday. Okay. Okay. Where's my pen? I got some nice astrology-themed washi tape in my planner this week. It's very, auspicious? Is that the word I want? Might be. I don't know. Nook. Go. 5x. Underline twice. Points. Exclamation point. I don't know why I held that up to my microphone like it, like you could see it that way. The pen I used a Pilot Friction 0.7 in gray. I like using this because it looks very similar to pencil because it's gray, and Friction pens, like pencil, are also erasable. So I could just use a pencil, but pencils tend to smudge and look a little messy, whereas this doesn't smudge, it just erases very cleanly. So the way that I do a planner, because I'm a very particular, and by particular I mean anal person, is that I will do a first pass of events. Depending on the kind of event, sometimes I will use a little washi tape flag and then write whatever it is, if it's a thing that I expect to stay stationary and it's something I want to be visible. I'll make a little flag out of washi tape and put that on there, and then I'll usually do that in a consistent color theme so that I can then, as I'm going from week to week, picking my larger decor motif tape, I will match it to the tape flags that I have set that week. I wish I was kidding, but I'm not. But I'll use an erasable pen for little things like, Nook and Go 5 times points, or if a game is releasing that I really know I want, I'll do a flag for it. But if a game is releasing that I'm not sure I want, I kind of want to hear people out before I make a commitment, then I'll write it in pen. If I have like ideas about stuff like, oh, this on this day, I'll use pen for that. The color of erasable pen will change. I'm just on a gray kick right now because it's not very distracting. It's very subtle. And that's how I do. And then, as the day comes, eventually I will erase the dummy marks, and then fill them in with good, real, permanent pen. If I stuck with them, and if I didn't, I will schedule them somewhere else in erasable pen again. It's an important system. Alright, rainy season. I should have been logging in more so I could have dug up more gyroids. But then again, I can't really do anything with them in this, and selling them feels weird. Because they're like, they're not alive, but they're not alive either. Ooh. had a weird, complicated reaction because that kind of beetle in New Leaf is plentiful and basically worthless. But we're not playing New Leaf. Oops. See, I like the microns. I actually got a set of micron PNs, which is the plastic nib microns, and I love those for planner stuff. But I also have too many pens. I have two, they're like, oh, what's the brand? Art Bin. They do these like pencil box storage things. And I originally just had one of those for my planner pens, and then I had to get another one and split them, so I've split them into cool tones and warm tones. Shit. I should have gone with my back to the pond. I'm a fool. I'm a fucking fool. I had a built-in... Okay. We're okay. It's fine. It's just money. Money doesn't matter. So I just split my pens into cool tones and warm tones to make room. And I usually do like the pens I'll actually use to write in permanently, I will pull from that stock week to week to match the tape I've chosen. So this week, this also goes for highlighters, of course. Of course, why wouldn't it go for highlighters? So my pens that I've pulled out to go with my sort of astrology theme tape this week are a Papermate Flare, which is like a very... I wouldn't recommend a Papermate Flare unless you really need a budget felt tip pen. They're not pleasant feeling to write with, but they come in a lot of colors and are very accessible. I have a Zebra Sarasa, one of the milky ones, or they're not milky. They have some silly name. It's like Milklers. I don't know. It's something. But it's like a minty color, which is nice. Sarasas are, if you want a gel pen, a Sarasa is a good starting point. And a Pilot Friction highlighter in sort of an orangey yellow color. I actually got really into the mild liners recently. Mild liners are like a big, if you're into like journaling and stuff, you know what a mild liner is. They're popular for a reason. Even though they're really it's just a marker, really. It's just a double-ended marker. It's not that special, but I've been really into them recently, but I went back to the Friction highlighter. The Friction highlighter, like the pen you can erase, which is fun. The ink is kind of like sticky. It's kind of weird. Like you can't, when you're using a Friction marker, they also make plain markers. You can't color over what you've already colored because it'll start to lift in a really bizarre way. And that can be frustrating. But they have a really nice solid chisel nib. It's like a very stiff, satisfying chisel nib. Chisel's not right because it's not flat, but it's like, you know, wide and narrow at the same time. I've also got a Stabilo Black Plus, which is like, man, I was in love with this pen for the longest time. It writes so beautifully. It has a decently thick point. I really like a thick pointed pen. I like big, juicy, wet lines that still dry fast and don't smudge. But, oh man, this cat is really good if we want to go for our weird professor office library vibe. I might actually... No, you wouldn't just have one of those sitting out. That's weird. But this pen has recently started leaking, which is why I bring up of like, I used to love it. Now every time I touch it, my hand is just like black afterwards, and I'm really upset because I feel like I fucked it up somehow, but I don't know what I could have possibly done to it. It's such a good pen though. It's just like so... I got a fine point black Sharpie marker to do the things that I thought I couldn't do with that pen. And the fine point Sharpie performed worse, like way worse. It can't write on washi tape at all. So that's stationery corner. 4. Nice, nice. Ooh, bathtub. What? Okay, well, I was excited about 4 items, but 2 of them are pitfall seeds, and one of them is bathtub paper, which I'm assuming is paper that was made in a bathtub. Like bathtub jam. I mean, I guess that's actually not that bad, because you do need a, you know, people make paper in their sink. It's probably not good for your drain, but you can do it. Is that the same kind of bug I already have? My inventory's full too, isn't it? Alright, I have this money though. I can just dump this money. Man, speaking of pens, there are a lot of people out there, they might even be in this chat, who really like the Marvy Le Pen pen. It's like it's a very interesting pen to hold. Like, it's a very, not severe cylinder, but it is the most cylindrical pen I've ever held. And it has a very sort of soft metal clip. And then a sort of felt nib tip thing. And I remember having one in middle school in purple before I really gave a shit about pens. And that pen, I adored that pen. But I have a gray one now, and it just, something about it feels horrid to use. Like, it feels like the bleediest pen I've ever had. Well, it's just a gray pen. Like, it should just be, I have a lot of gray pens. I like gray as a pen color because it's so non-committal. But something about it just is a little, I don't know. Too far. Yeah, I knew that was too far. Or not far enough, sorry. Too far away. So much like I would love to hear from people who really clicked with Graveyard Keeper, because I really want to click with Graveyard Keeper but can't seem to. I would love to hear from people who really click with a Marvy Le Pen, because I can't seem to, and the form factor is beautiful. They're a wonderful looking pen. But I don't know. I feel like dollar store pens have really stepped up their game. I mean, you can get alcohol markers at dollar stores now. Like, the world is a wild place these days. You can get fine liners at a dollar store. When I was in high school, I would have killed for fucking fine liners at a dollar store, let me tell you. That didn't say Freakazoid, did it? Okay, Quazoid. Freakoid, okay, that's why I was Mega Freakoid. Dang. I don't know if rain actually helps flowers, but I feel like a fool watering flowers in the rain on principle, so I'm not doing it. But we have a lot of dead flowers, and I'm feeling a little anxiety about it, to be honest with you. I just wanted to have that candid moment. Another bug. A lot of weeds, too. I've really fucked up here. Ooh. Yeah, there it is. God, I love Daiso. It really truly upsets me that there are no Daisos near me in Canada. I mean, there's a lot of, like, you know, Toronto has a lot of dollar stores that have, you know, Japanese, Chinese, Korean goods, things like that. So, like, I could make do. There are also enough Daiso knockoff stores like Miniso is a thing. I think there's a Miniso in town. There's a bunch of Minisos all over the place. And they're okay, but the selection is so limited. There's just nothing like walking into a fucking Daiso store. I spent like $70 at the Daiso in LA. And every single one of those things I adore and use now. I have 2 things from that trip, even though it was like 2 years ago, within reach right now, because I just fucking, man, that stuff's good. It's cute. They had like fabric covered notebooks. There's a lot of fucking beetles, cicadas, whatever on these trees today, huh? Cicadas. What am I? No, that's not right. I need to get right up there. There we go. Do I have room to dig up that thingy? I don't. Unless. Let's write our birthday letter to Apollo. Oh, bathtub paper, huh? I get it. Bathtub paper. Bathtub paper. I've gone to Miniso like a couple times, and I got some like planner stickers there. I got some paint markers. I got like a tissue box cover, I think. It's the only place in town that I'm aware of, or at least the most accessible place in town to get Japanese soda, the marble soda, the ramune. And like milk tea. There's a place downtown that sells bottled milk tea, but they sell it for like $6 a bottle. It's rough. But it's still not a Daiso. I got a stuffed rabbit there because it's like sort of tube shaped, so it's a good kind of like lumbar pillow without looking like a lumbar pillow and making me feel like I'm over 30. Sorry, making me aware that I'm over 30. Dear Apollo. Happy birthday. I heard... Man, I just realized I forget where we stopped writing our letters last time. Then again, I've been so absent that maybe I should just write a letter to everyone. Just to really, like, butter them up. Happy birthday. I heard you like seeds? Well, buddy. Do I have the seed for you? Line break, line break. Bathtub paper. All right, and then I'm gonna put this pitfall seed on this letter. I should read this. Your room earned 5,000 points. Bang. Hey, wait, hold it. Your furniture facing the walls? What's up with that? It's driving a lot. What furniture facing the walls? What are you talking about? None of my furniture's facing the walls. Do they mean the lamp? Or the box? Oh my god, does he mean the box? Is the cardboard box facing the wall and that's what Lyle's upset about? ABD notice. All right, this is my interest statement for the month of June, right? Yes. Fantastic. All right, I have to get my shovel out to dig that thingy. I don't know why I'm sneaking up. It's a hole and run away. It's not a beetle. I dig up a mini sproid. I'm running out of room for these. But again, I don't want to sell them. I think I might just have to cycle them in and out of storage. Oh, hey. Fuck. Damn it. Shit. You look very sensitive in the rain, Queenie, with your lace umbrella. Come on. You're too hard on yourself. I'm gonna put that fucking tile back down. Okay. I already have so many cicadas. I should stop catching cicadas. I don't even know if they're worth money. Oh, there's 3 of them. It's getting a little gross, to be honest. I was very excited at first. There's another one. Okay, I need to see if these are worth money, because if they're worth money, I'll take that time. But if they're worth like $5 each, I'm not going to spend all day catching cicadas. Thanks. Okay, so we need to keep at least one of these for the museum. So we'll just see how much this goes for. That's not a lot. That's... I want to say a pitfall seed sells for like 200 or something, so like 200 each. It's something like that. That's not great. That's not... I don't know that that's money worth going out of my way for. Maybe the brown one would have sold for more. I don't know. Oh, I should have sold this pineapple bed because I'm not going to put out a pineapple bed. Never gonna fucking happen. Crap. No, I didn't want to do anything. God, get off my ass. Just paper. I was actually clicking on the paper, but I also did want that, so it's fine. Town view paper. What's the other paper today? Lacy paper. Did I already have lacy paper? I want it either way. But still, I'd like to know. Oh, the flowers don't match today. That kind of sucks. Need to find another white flower to put up there. Not my white museum flowers, though. Those are a set, and I have to leave them intact. Here we go, here we go. Boom. Ugh, there's bugs everywhere. I can't not see them now. I just feel like there should be flowers here. I have a gut feeling that this is a good place for some red tulips. Let's pop in and see whoever this is. Hey, it's Chicory Dina's house. Dina, are you listening to graduation music in here? Dina, do you need to let go of your high school glory? Oh, she put out that shirt we gave her. That's nice. Why was I running in this direction? What was I looking for? What was I planning? Someone has fleas again. God, these people. Plant this tree. How about that? And then we'll go to the museum. No, you're all bugs. You're all buggy. What do you want? Funk music's okay. Oh. Okay. You brought it up. I think you can... I don't know. You flagged me down for that. I don't know. I'm not the person to ask. I'm very much a song-by-song basis kind of person. I'm not good with genres. Some stuff works and some stuff doesn't. I don't know. I think you can like funk and swing at the same time. That's my stance. I just realized I should stop asking him to check fossils, because if I ask to donate an unchecked fossil, he'll just do it all in one go. Actually, I guess he does it all in one go here too. But I can chain together more donations. So it's a little more expedient, kind of. It's a what hip? Seismo hip. That's not a dinosaur. Seismosaurus? Seismodon? Hey Siri. Is a Seismosaurus a real dinosaur?
Okay, I found this on the web for a
Yes, it was.
real dinosaur. Check it out.
Thank you. Huh. In 1991, paleontologist David Gillette announced that he had found the largest of... the enormous sauropod dinosaurs. He called it Seismosaurus halley. And based on the parts of the skeleton that had been prepared at the time, Gillette believed Seismosaurus to be between 127 and 170 feet long. Even giants such as Diplodocus would have looked puny next to it. But if Seismosaurus was such a gargantuan, today, I swear, gargantuan dinosaur, why doesn't anyone talk about it anymore? Okay, that's not where I thought this was going. I didn't think whatever happened to Seismosaurus was gonna be, why don't we talk about this dinosaur? Okay. This is all just, okay, it's finding out which dinosaur is the biggest. Is this a controversial topic? Something, New Mexico. Quarry maps. Is it Diplodocus? Oh. Seismosaurus was really an especially large Diplodocus. Diplodocus. I always said Diplodocus when I was little, but I don't know if that's the true pronunciation there. Although paleontologists have so far retained its amended species name to designate the dinosaur as Diplodocus halorum. As with the recent public controversy over the proposed reclassification of the dinosaur Torosaurus as mature Triceratops, the changing status of Seismosaurus reminds us that dinosaur names are useful labels that are subject to change. Misidentifications are sometimes made, quote-unquote, pygmy species have turned out to be juveniles of known species, and partial skeletons of giants have been discovered to be difficult to interpret parts of more modestly sized animals. But science self-corrects as it goes along. In fact, I am glad that mistakes and misidentifications are regularly ferreted out and corrected. Such revisions are paleontologists re-examining. Good work. Okay. Well, now we know. I'm glad that the first thing I decided to search for was Seismosaurus, the name of the actual thing, and not Seismodon, my other guess, that is not the name of the actual thing. That's helpful. I looked away and he's talking about deep frying, the sound of deep frying on a hot summer night. Hey Siri, do you think dinosaurs are cool?
It's your opinion that counts.
I hate answers like that. That's not even an answer. I think we're good. Okay. Oh, we should check the recycling. Although, shit, recycling gets picked up Thursday mornings, doesn't it? So there won't be anything in there. Like, for sure. But maybe there will. No, there's nothing. Okay. Let's pop into town. Actually, wait, what's my money situation like? Yeah, I don't want to pop into town. I feel like, you know, 2 items at Reds is gonna end that balance pretty quickly. There really are so many cicadas. Stop it. Okay. I think is it this middle tree? It's kind of hard to see. Yeah, there it is. There we go. Yuck. Gross. I've been playing a lot of The Missing lately, finally. Very late to that party. Turns out not being actively in press anymore makes it very easy to just kind of forget to play the cool new things. So this is very wholesome and nice as a change of pace from that. From the game where the section I'm in now involves repeatedly burning to death and getting dismembered by a fan to solve puzzles. And they really do not undersell those moments either. It's weird. It's a very, like, brutal game, but there is something very relatable about the brutality of it. Also, the attention to detail with the animations, like, if you're crawling on the ground and get to a flight of stairs, she'll turn and go backwards. And if she's, like, crawling on her stomach, the animation for that is different, too. She'll, like, sort of curl an inch down the stairs. It's interesting. Very screamy, though. No spoilers, please, also. I haven't gotten super, super far in. I think the thing that I like about that game, even though I don't like, I'm not, you know, I have a reputation on the podcast for being very body horror-y. I think people who are like hardcore into body horror would consider me an extreme lightweight, because I am. I'm not, you know, I like certain horror movies, but horror as a genre is not a thing I seek out. Things like that. But yeah, there's something like just extremely, it's hard to put my finger on. So I'm talking about The Missing J.J. Macfield and something. I don't remember the full name of it. It was Sweary worked on it, right? I think it's a Sweary thing because it's very it has its very Twin Peaksy moments. It has its very, oh right, there's like a weird Vitruvian man deer who speaks backwards but not backwards and says things that a doctor would say to you if you were hurt real bad. It's very unsettling. But also on top of being very unsettling, it's the kind of body horror that like really clicks for me. Or it's the kind of horror in general, I guess, that really clicks for me, which is like the relatability of it is Yes, The Missing, J.J. Macfield and the Island of Memories. Yeah, the screaming and writhing is difficult. They do tend to silhouette the worst parts of it, but sometimes you'll see like bits hanging and stuff. It's a little rough. But anyway, like the thing that draws me to, you know, again, these like really light body horror motifs that I sometimes tap into is that feeling of like bodies being alien and weird and like they're the inherent horror of just existing, I guess. And that's a thing, that's I think what I mean when I say that it's a very relatable kind of gore and awfulness in that game, is it feels like that's what it's tapping into, this like the occasional awfulness of just being inside yourself. Shit. I'm not expressing this well because I'm playing Animal Crossing and trying to catch cicadas and drinking coffee. And also because the other thing I've been playing is Final Fantasy XIV. That was not even close. That was never gonna work. Suddenly all the bugs are gone. What's up? They heard I was coming. There we go. Shit, yeah, sure. That's more than Nook's gonna give me for it. I don't know how I like Final Fantasy XIV yet. It doesn't help that my number one reason for playing it is a class that I can't be until I'm level 60 or something like that. So far, my honest feeling is that I think my abilities are boring and my loop is boring. Shit. And the story's not really doing it for me at this stage, and everything is a fetch quest, and like some of these quests are just not. Some of these quests were never a good idea. Like this is an old game. I understand, not old, but like, it's oldish. And MMOs have changed in some ways and not in others. But some of these quests were never a good idea. Like a good example is I did a class quest last night. It was like a level 10 conjurer's quest where you're in town and then you go to the dock to go to this other place, and you get there and you run south a little bit to talk to this beekeeper person, and then they're like, oh yeah, you know that thing beside the dock? Go there and look at it. So you do that, you go back to the dock, you fight a thing, you go back to the beekeeper lady, or I don't remember. You go back to this beekeeper person, and then they're like, did you notice anything? And you're like, the air was weird. So they're like, okay, go back and look at the air. So you go back to the area beside the dock, you look at the air, you fight a thing again, then you go back to the beekeeper, then you go back into town. Like, that was never a good idea. Whoever did that made a mistake. Because that's not a good series of steps to put someone through. Just zigzagging back and forth. No. I'll to a degree accept the conceit of, can you deliver this letter to this person who's in the next area you should be going to anyway? Fine, that's free XP, I'll take it. It's not an interesting story that I want to read, but again, I'll take it. But having me zigzag around and then at the end it's just like, okay, thanks. I can't. I don't love that part. I am finally at least, so I tried to play Final Fantasy XIV multiple times. One, before they rebooted it as a Realm Reborn, I played it then. I played in like the closed beta or something like that, and I found it boring, and apparently a lot of people did, because they rebooted it. And after they did that, I tried to play it on 2 other occasions, I think. And both of those times I got to probably level 10 and then lost steam. So I'm glad to be past the things that I've done multiple times before, because that's not gonna help the like attention factor. But also, like, there's a lot of things that I just think older MMOs should do at a certain point. Like, at a certain point, you should just get a mount from level 1. I shouldn't have a sprint power that has a cooldown that I can sprint for 30 seconds or whatever, and then I have to wait a minute or 2 before I can sprint again. And then have that, and then the number 1 thing is still you're running around. Like, that's your number 1 activity. I don't know that that's the best design. What is that sound? What the... Oh, it's this... Oh, they're actually making the sound. That's awful. I hate that. Oh, that's a new one. A walker cicada. It's an Austin cicada. That was an awful sound though, right? I'm not wrong. Like, that was upsetting. So yeah, I don't know. I'm playing a Viera because I like them. And I like her hair. It's fluffy, and I like her ears. They're also fluffy. The turnover of new clothes has been decent. A lot of MMOs fuck that up. I don't love the early level stuff, the look of it, but that's, of course, like, you're never going to. I just hate, you know, I played a lot of free MMOs in my day. This is not a free MMO, but I played a lot of free MMOs. And, like, the number 1 thing I hate is when you only get 1 new outfit every 10 levels, basically. Or you get, worse than that even, is when you get new pieces, but they all just look the same. That drives me up the wall. So the fact that it doesn't do that is helpful. Also, I realized it, like, models the rings, because I kept seeing my character's hands, and she's wearing this one incredibly, incredibly hideous ring. And the ring was on there, and that was fun. So I'll take that, too. Shit. I'm being really hard on these cicadas. I'm realizing there is actually one game where I liked the cicadas. And that game is Attack of the Friday Monsters. The cicadas in that game very much enhance the mood. And everyone should play Attack of the Friday Monsters. They should bring it to Switch also. They should use their what the fuck is that thing called? Their Yokai Watch money to bring that to Switch, please. And thank you, and I'll replay it again. Oh, that's a hoppy. Oh, no, that's a... I was gonna say, that's a hoppy cicada, as if the only kind of insect that exists in the world is a cicada. Crap. Where'd it go? Shit. There's also a beetle there, and the beetle is also good Get back here, please. I feel like I should have had it that time. There we go. Let's see if I can't get that beetle too. Remember how I keep saying I'm gonna go fishing and then all I do is grab bugs? What's up with that? There we go. Yuck. Ugh. I was about to loudly say, let's take these to church. Hope with Final Fantasy XIV is that once I get a sort of once I move off of Conjurer into, I don't know, White Mage or something like that, I'm hoping that the job shift will help. I'm curious about White Mage, Red Mage, the Astrology one, Dancer. Dancer's a bit of a swerve there, I know, but I don't know. So, we've donated a brown. I don't think we've donated an evening. There's a lot of different kinds of cicadas, huh? Oh, that's sweet of them. Walker cicadas cry out in an attempt to obscure the calls of wait, that's not sweet of them. That's like mean? I don't know. I guess I don't get it. Their voices may fascinate, but their faces nauseate. Yeah, Dancer is definitely the class I'm most interested in. There are a lot of, job. The job I'm most interested in, but there's a lot of jobs on the way to that interest me as well. So, like, it's not the end of the world, but yeah. Also, a lot of people have said, oh, you don't have to do side classes. You can just do the main class, like the main story, the job quests, and the Smith stuff, and it'll be fine. You'll be at level. That's not true. That's just not true. That has not been my experience. I'm wearing one of those XP feather things, and I still have to do side quests to be at the right spot for stuff like that. Now that I'm thinking about it, there is a room in the bug room, or there's a section of the bug room that's just a bunch of trees on the back wall. I bet that's just all the different kinds of cicadas, right? I thought it was for beetles, but I think it's probably all the cicadas are going to be on display there. Oh man, that is it's a lie people tell to get you, and I knew it. What a horrible thing to tell people. There might be some good writing in with them, but they are still, like, that's the thing is a bad fetch quest can occasionally have a funny line in it, but, you know, after a few of them, I am just clicking through. Unless it comes with a fancy, like, fiery, this is important icon over it, I am not reading those quests at all at this point. I can't imagine streaming Final Fantasy XIV. I don't even like tweeting about it. I don't even like when my friends tweet about it and like I reply to the tweet and then people reply to that tweet. That alone has proven frustrating. I can't imagine streaming it. People will just appear out of the woodwork to tell you stuff that is sometimes super helpful and is sometimes deeply annoying and not interesting. Plus also, that is a game that like really inundates you with like, here's all these detailed guides to how to play this game right, and I don't want any of that. I think that when I'm playing your game, it should be pretty obvious how to play it right, mostly. I know there's going to be some stuff that you should have to look up elsewhere, but like I don't want to have to, every time I log into that game, it's like, do you want to open the browser guide? And like, absolutely not. I absolutely do not want to open the browser guide for anything. Except Harvest Moon, like farming games. Oh, okay, they're on these trees. I hate this. Or like it, I don't know. I don't know if I hate it or like it. It's gross, but it's also cool. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. I'm not the kind of person who likes a game that makes me feel like I need to do a lot of research, usually. With some rare exceptions. Because if I wanted to do that, I would put time into the things that I want to do that legitimately involve, you know, their languages I want to learn. I could just do that. Like, I could do so many things with that time if I'm going to have a bunch of research tabs open. I could brush up on my French. I could finally figure out katakana. That would be good. Shit. Crap. Grasshoppers are bastards. Shit! Yeah. I don't know. I guess if I was going for Bard or something, I would need to be a guide person. Ooh, a Lamentoid. That sounds fun. We should look at our gifts too that we have. I'll write a letter here. Dear Dina, do you like coral? It's kind of like bones, but more stuff lives around it, comma, paired to bones. Okay. Let's see what Queenie sent us. Clairvoyant, you are not becoming one of those annoying Twitter people at all. It's very different. I don't mean people in general who want to talk about Final Fantasy XIV. People who want to talk about Final Fantasy XIV are why I'm like, I should try Final Fantasy XIV. I should give it an honest try. It's people who are like, I don't know, people who will show up and be like, here are my 5 favorite 2-hour-long YouTube videos about this game. I don't want those. I might fall down a hole and end up on them on my own, but that's different. This is a nice paper. Being sick really lets you know who will stick by you. Thanks for helping. Hope I can repay the favor. Nice. Let's see how she repaid the favor. With Tatami. That's fun. That's not really the thing we're going for, but it's interesting. Freya. I was so happy to get your letter and that present. I planned to give you this in person, but I got tired of waiting. Okay. Floral wall. That's fun, but we're not doing that. From Dina. So, Miat, that was such a thoughtful present. The only way to tell you how I felt is by sending you a gift to return. Hope you like it. Ceramic tile. Getting a lot of doubles this year, or this time, this playthrough. From Cody, I didn't think you'd send me something like that. ... Here's something to say thanks. It's perfect for you. Hope you like it. Peace, Cody. Nice moon paper. Hawthorne bonsai. I think that might be that thing right there. Possibly. Maybe. What's my favorite bug? That's a good question. I don't love bugs. To be honest, when I did a bunch of bug stuff in Twilight Mirage, that was for me a degree of extension from that kind of started as body horror. That started as me being like, Belgard looks like a human pupa. And then Twilight Mirage was such an aesthetic season that it just kind of made sense to gild it, literally. So I don't know. The thing is, there are a lot of bugs that I can recognize they're beautiful, but I still wouldn't want them moving on me. I think that's the big thing. We have a little framed thing of butterflies, including there's a blue morpho in the center, and then there's some other ones on the either side of it. And I really like that. It's beautiful. It's great. I would totally love to have more things like that. It's just neat. I think that's neat. But even though I can be a blue morpho is is objectively a beautiful creature. If it was crawling on me, I don't think I'd be as okay with it. I wouldn't want to like kill it, but I don't think I would love it as much, which is awful. Like I recognize that's not great. Um, I just don't like little crawly, skittery things that much, and that's that's one of those things that I think is like a behavior or a way of reacting or thinking that gets inherited down because in like you know olden times I think there's a degree of like you are scared of spiders because sometimes spiders are poisonous and like the ancestors who were scared of spiders were less likely to get poisoned by them, so they survived and whatever. With small skittery things, a lot of it is like if it's in your food, that can be a problem. If it's here or there, it can be. It's supposed to trigger a sort of negative response, like I was gonna say appetite suppressing response, and I kind of mean that, but kind of don't. But it's supposed to trigger a reaction because it is often better if those things are not near you in terms of like again the quality of your food or your sleeping your straw sleeping mattress being not itchy and whatever things like that. I like moth faces. I don't like when a moth is in a room because it's very distracting. I guess the thing, moths don't gross me out, but they distract me a lot. I find it difficult to think when there's a moth, for whatever reason. And their faces, I like those big. There's like pink ones. I forget what they're called, but they're really cool. I guess that's actually maybe a larger part of my issue with bugs when they're crawling around is like I don't like scream. I'm not like in a panic unless it's certain kinds of bugs. Yes, like earwigs really, really freak me out. That's like a childhood thing. I had some bad experiences with earwigs as a kid. But I think most of it is that I find it really hard to concentrate on anything else when there's a bug. Butterflies can attack? Can they like, do they just like flutter at you or can they like, because they just have like a little tube mouth, right? What was I doing? Oh wait, I was going to write a letter. Dear Cody, do you like this? I don't have a great attention span to begin with, is another thing. Do you like this bathtub? Paper? Someone lost it. So it's mine now. It'd be really rude if Cody was the one who lost his bathtub paper. And Chicory Ruby. Let's see here. Oh, it hit you in the chest over and over. Yeah, that's... The thing with butterflies is, like, they feel so much bigger than they are that I think you're very justified in feeling scared there. Even though, like, you know, most 99.9% of bugs cannot do shit to you. Like, that's just true. Even if they are on you, even if they, like, crawl into your food or whatever, they can't really do that much. Yeah, centipedes are awful. I had, like, one encounter with a house centipede once, and it's one of those things that just, like, every now and then I think of and get upset. Like, they're not... That's not fun. Dear Ruby. Have you ever had an... I have to hit return here for sure. Encounter with a house centipede? I hope not. I don't need a line break there. I want better than that for you. Crap. Can you imagine just getting that in the mail on special paper? Okay. Let's give the planked tatami to... I forget who gave us what. Cody gave us a ceramic tile, right? Did Ruby give us the floral wall? I don't remember who... What in Queenie? Oh wait, I can just look up here, right? Queenie, Freya, Dina, Cody. So Ruby's safe. Alright, this one's for Ruby. Tomb, yeah, your present made me all totally happy. This is like spooky weird, but I have a present for you too. Eek, hope you like it. Diner tile. We've also had this before. I'm gonna make sure this bonsai is the same bonsai we already have out. Oh, it's different. That's a little cuter, actually. I think I like that one more. I mean, this one picks up on the blue from the bookcase, which is nice, but... or from the clock? Not bookcase. But this one kind of feels like it belongs a little more. It's also possible the asteroid is facing the wall. I don't know. I don't think that should have a direction. I don't think either of these should have a direction. Is that what it's supposed to? I don't know. I think the odds of this one being the one facing the wall are higher because it's in a corner. So I'm just going to turn it and hope that that fixes the problem. But if that's not it, then I don't know. Lyle can fuck off, frankly. It's a rock. It's a rock, Lyle. Just let it go. That's cute. Oh, the gyroid. That's a good point. I don't think a gyroid should count, though, because I don't want to see the back of a gyroid. And if it's on that wall, this wall shouldn't count as a wall. The fourth wall should not count as a wall. That's the stance I'm taking. Right here and right now. Okay, let's see what new gyroids I have. Okay. So these ones are old. Let's just swap this stuff around. These ones are new. Okay. So let's see who all we got here. Wow. Wow. I promise this isn't me owning any post-secondary students except for myself. This one creeps me out. I don't like it. Okay, so the Clankoid is another old one. The Quazoid was the one that's pinging weird. Mini Sproid and Lamantoid. I feel like Lamantoid might be a good pairing with the whatever that thing is. The Freakoid. This one's fun. This little one. Again, I'm really just owning myself here. I love this guy. All right. Let these guys hang out in the gyroid apartments. Okay. Let's grab some more shit. I should pick up those shells I dropped before. They're somewhere around here, right? Yes. Nope. Four slots. Let's see what we can grab here. Nothing like catching an evening cicada at 4:34 p.m. That's what I call an all-nighter. I wonder if they like make things out of cicadas. I'm not sure what kind of things they would make, but like... Hey Siri, do they make products out of cicadas?
Okay, I found this on the web for did they make products out of cicadas. Check it out.
No. This is all about how cicadas are good at math. Which, okay, sure. Alright, sure. Yeah, you might be thinking cricket flour, I know, is a thing for sure. That's true. The cicada life cycle is not particularly exploitable on a mass scale. So there's probably a traditional application, but not a widespread one. Ooh, longfish. I can't think of anything more upsetting to me than the small mouth of a cat crunching on the body of a cicada. I mean, I can, but like at the moment, that's up there. I'd love to catch this fish and stop thinking about that. Keeps turning the wrong way. Why would it do that to me? Come on. There we go, there we go, there we go, come on. Okay, well that's... Did I scare it off? It disappeared. I think I scared it off by running too close to the water. Shit. Okay, well. Oh, no, it's over there. It just like swam across. Great, now it's too far down. This fish sucks. Okay, what? What? Uh-huh. Cool. Yeah, change it. What's the catchphrase? Oh, it's one of these again. Where's that short phrase list from before? I think before I did, no, it was okay. Yeah. 100 best 2-word phrases. I'm just gonna scroll. I need 2 random numbers. Two random numbers between 1 and 50. So the first 2 that I get in chat, between 1 and 50. $15. We have a 15. And a 42. So that puts us at 57. Let's see what 2-word phrase 57 is. It's get out. That is a catchphrase. Why is that one of the best? That list is so bad. How do you think that sounds, get out? It's great. It's perfect. I'm gonna try and catch this long fish. I love the sound the bobber makes when it hits the water. I know it's just like some person making a weird sound in a microphone. It has a very mouthy quality to it, but it's still good. It's just, I don't know, something about it. It works for me. Please. Oh, finally. Yuck. Yuck. Wiggly. Gross. While we're here. Cute. Okay. The net hitting water sound is also very fun. Second chance for that Second chance for that fruit beetle, at least. There we go. Three more spots. I probably shouldn't get too excited with these cicadas. I was like, it's so weird that we just have all these cicadas all of a sudden. And this is the first time I'm playing in July, so that's probably it. July is probably just like big cicada time. Is it weird that I never thought of real big fish as ska? I always thought of them as just like... I don't know what I thought of them as. Atlantic rock? Is that a thing? They just feel very like... sort of... fun... Newfoundland, New Brunswick... I guess they are ska, though. Because I'm thinking of other bands with that sound, and all of those bands are ska. Okay, well. I just feel like in Canada we have a slightly different context for accordions sometimes. Do they use accordions? Why do I associate them with accordions? Yeah, pop punk. I think is also kind of true. Pop punk in the like late 90s, early 2000s, not even early I don't know. Again, I'm not good with genres. I don't do genres. They all seem fake. The only thing that seems more fake to me than game genres is music genres. Man, the fish get really fussy when they're in this area, huh? There we go, there we go. Line it up. Pull it in. I hate when they just do it in one like that. Okay, I'm not sure which of these we have in the museum right now. Maybe we should take a look. I should have just looked in the fish room, in fact. Shouldn't I? Never mind. Okay. Alright, so we have that thing. And oh, that frog's cute. We do have a catfish, okay, I'm glad and we also seem to have an eel. Shit, is this the same eel we have? The same, like, eel-ass eel? Crucian carp, dace, carp, frog, catfish, and eel. Eel, catfish. No sweet fish in there, though, so we do need to donate the sweet fish. It's good to know. I have not been pulling my weight with some of these other categories. Even a little bit. Check, please. When you're at that point in ACNL, that's not actually a bad place to be at because you can start, like, a thing you can do is you can, once you get a complete set of a fossil, you can take that to the llama restore, whatever it is, and they will miniaturize it for you into, like, a single item that you can put on tables and stuff. So technically a thing you could do is you could start collecting sets of fossils, miniaturizing them, and then make a display in the museum of, like, mini dinosaurs. That is a thing I always wanted to do but didn't quite have the patience for. Or you could just have room in your house like that. Yeah. You can't miniaturize a thing like a shark tooth because it's just like anything that's a one tile fossil isn't going to work for this. But when you have things like the tail, the torso, and the head, once you get all of those pieces, you can take it to what's his name, the blue guy, and he will miniaturize it as a single, like, thing. Kind of like how if you take a clam, and I think it's just like a clam. Because it's like sort of rare. If you take a clam and I think like a KK song to them, they'll make you a music box. I think that's all you need for it. Actually have anything else to donate. I really love the music boxes. They're very pretty. Alright, the fruit beetle. I do have the fruit beetle. Donate that. But yeah, the mini fossils are cool. I made, I think, like a brontosaurus or something. And then I put that in my basement, which I did up like a schoolroom. And that was fun. They're really cool. They're just like one tile kind of things. Like a toy or a model. It's fun. Okay, let's clear out some of this old mail. I think we were at Chester. Dear Chester. Hope you are having a good week. It's been pretty rainy. But don't let it get you down. Instead, why not pick it up? Pick it up. Pick it up. Yeah, I missed the fetch quest too. I think there's still some things kind of like that in this one, but mostly not. Queenie. Dear Queenie. I saw this paper and thought of 7. I was gonna type U, but 7's faster. That can be your new nickname if you like it. Ralph. Dear Ralph. I always forget you're not Chester. This is just true. I just realized Ralph exists and was the person I was thinking of when I was writing to Chester. I don't think I know who Chester is. I'm thinking really hard now and trying to remember. Is Chester's not a duck. We have 2 ducks, but Chester isn't either one of them. Chester's the weird-looking panda. Right. Thank you, Spectral Boy. I totally forgot. Who else we have here? We already went to Apollo. We have Freckles, Pico, and Freya. Dear Freckles. You're... duck. Chester. Not. Duck. My bad. I'm assuming none of these people want cicadas as gifts, so I should probably shake a few trees or something. Crap. No, just drop it, just drop it, just drop it, just drop it. Okay. Bugs, 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 bugs. Cherries, cherries. Oh, is that true? Please send fruit? Would that only work for the... Shit. I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want it. Does that only work for local fruit, or will they send you like peaches and apples and pears and stuff? Because those are worth more. I'm gonna try it. If he insists on following me, I'm gonna make him watch me write this whole letter. Dear Pico. Please send fruit. Fatoot. That's not. There we go. Fruit. With an R. I would Especially love some. Are there lemons in this? I don't think there are. Is that like I think that might be like a tropical, quote unquote tropical fruit from New Leaf or something. Some peaches or apples. And our last letter will be to Chicory Freya. And it is going to be the same, just to increase our odds of potentially getting peaches or apples. I'll change it a little bit. Please send fruit. Please. 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 Maybe some wait, I think you get a lot of points taken off if you don't have space after periods, so you probably can't do ellipses. Unless there's a special ellipses character. I don't want to take the risk otherwise. Wow, why would I need these? Why would I possibly need these? I don't know how to get out of this menu. Oh, this. Duh. Maybe some peaches? Please? Crap. Please? This is nice paper too. Very elegant. What? A cat just gave you? That's not... I never had an animal do that. That sounds great. That's an extremely good score. Although I guess maybe that's kind of the equivalent of like them giving you carpet. Like maybe there's just an X% chance they'll give you any item in the game. So like, Ooh, money. Oh, we have more mail. I hear the mail bells are ringing. Whoops. We have to mail all this stuff first. Konami would could make bank off of really good a lot of things. Honestly. The thing is, I don't know that they can make a lot of really good, you know, I don't know that Konami could make a good Magician's Quest. I love Magician's Quest, and I don't even think that, based on the number of iterations that game had in Japan, they succeeded there. They made one really good Magician's Quest and then stapled some extra pages on the end of it for several years in a row and then stopped. So I agree that if someone could just do this is why I got really frustrated when I saw the message from the God, I forget what they're called. The people making Witchbrook. They published stuff. They published Stardew. They made Starbound. Why am I blanking on their name? I don't know. But that was part of why I was kind of bummed when they sent a message. It was like, hey, we'd like to hear what kind of gameplay you want in this game, because it's difficult to make it. It's difficult to figure out what kind of gameplay to put in a game like this. That bummed me out because the thing I just want is for someone to put the TLC into making a game that is like Magician's Quest, maybe mixed with a little bit of Stardew or something like that. And it doesn't sound like that's necessarily the plan. But like the idea that there was a sense that like it isn't enough to just have magic classes and then you collect furniture and do whatever, but like it is enough. If you do those things, it's pretty good actually. In my experience, personally, as someone who's put probably around like 150 hours, Chucklefish, thank you, into those games. Oh, Apollo, are you sick on your birthday? Oh, that sucks. Are you dying? Oh. I know Apollo's not aware of our hair color, but we do kind of look like a grandma, I guess. Spellbound, yeah. Not Witchbrook. What's Witchbrook? Is Witchbrook something else? I feel like we're gonna have a couple years of like decent witch games, which is nice at least. But yeah, that was frustrating to see because you can totally you just have to make that game, but do it good. It's like, people are making their own ActRaiser game now. They're making all kinds of stuff because the people who originally made the thing aren't going to. I don't think there's ever going to be another Magician's Quest game. Just do it. Just do it good. That's all. It's such a good premise, and like even at the time it kind of suffered a little bit. Wait, why did I come here? I had an idea for why I was I should sell this cherry while I'm here. Actually open these presents. Just in case I don't want them. Oh right, medicine for Apollo is the thing. But yeah, Magician's Quest has the DS Magician's Quest game is in English. Although I guess there is that other DS one that is in... Right, there's 3 normal DS ones and then 1 3DS one. And the first one is in English and the others are all in Japanese. But they're also all built on that initial game. Basically, you can get 90% of that experience in that one that was localized. The things that you don't get are like the modeling and the karaoke stuff and the shopkeeping, and like that stuff's fun, the crafting and whatnot. But the fundamentals of Animal Crossing but witches, you can get that in the original. And like, that's all they need to do. It's a good premise. Pine bonsai. I literally just sold one of those. I'm just gonna open all these. Black bishop. Ooh, a chess piece. We're gonna keep that. Bamboo wall. We don't need that. Jasmine bonsai. I'm curious what that looks like, so we'll hang on to that. This makes me wonder if I should just start collecting bonsai. So maybe I'll actually keep this pine bonsai. And that can be a thing. Although, are we then gonna get penalized by Happy Home for not having, like, a whole, like, Japanese themed set? I don't know. Ooh, nice paper. Also nice paper. Oh, I teared up a little. That's sweet. Shit. Shit! I right-clicked instead of... Once we expand our house again, we can have a bunch of bonsai. That'll be nice. All right, Apollo. We are here to save your birthday. It would be amazing if when you gave someone medicine and it like brought up your inventory, because I mean I can only pick one thing there. I can only pick the medicine in my inventory. I had like a fish though. What if I just gave him a big tuna? Hey bud. Uh-huh. Pally works days and Phyllis works the night shift. Who are you more like? Probably Pelly. That's probably not true. I'm probably more like Phyllis. But, sure. We should go to town anyway. Now that we've got some errands out of the way, we have some money for... What was that sound? Right now, I'm trying to imagine what would happen if the boy of my dreams showed up. Oh, how pedestrian. Well, alright, I'll play along. How's it going? Well, he would totally come racing up on a horse or a gold car or whatever. And he'd be like, "Hello, milady. Would you care to join me for some coffee?" Tee-hee, fish on. Listen, I hate to be the one who bursts your pathetically happy little bubble, Freckles, but that's a pile of 100% pure fantasy, milady. Oh, damn. He would say milady with an apostrophe. And I would know because I have a gold car and I want to take you out for coffee. There's no way the boy of your dreams would ever show up here. This town's a dump hole. You'd have better luck meeting him somewhere more your style. Like a smaller dump hole. Like the 99-cent store. That's so mean. That's so mean, Freckles. Oh. Queenie is a jerk face. That was extremely shitty of you, Queenie. I'm so disappointed in you. Look. She doesn't fucking care. I mean, realistically, the realistic answer to Freckles is admittedly, admittedly a bit of a stretch fantasy, is that he's not going to show up in a golden car because the only vehicle that exists is the bus, which has to drive over ponds to arrive here. And he's not going to show up on a horse because horses are people. He might be a horse. So, then what? That's how you break someone's heart when they have a silly fantasy that's never going to happen. You don't tell them the gold car horse rider is going to show up at the 99-cent store just so you can dig at them because they're cuter than you. That's right, I said it, Queenie. Your beak looks like wrinkles. Looks like a cartoon wrinkly mouth, but it's a beak. Don't direct your self-hatred outwards. It's a bad look. This is not the time for this conversation, Captain. I think I'm going to write a special letter to Queenie, even though I already wrote Queenie a letter today. I'm like motivated now. Queenie gets 2 letters once we're back from the city. I'm going to see if I can write a letter that an animal dislikes so much that it kicks them out of town. This might be fake, but I don't care. I really like this painting. And I don't want either of these things. I don't want a melon chair or a pear dresser. Now, if I had my druthers, I'd keep it around forever. That's why I put it for sale in my store. Whatever, I want it anyway, so... It is too bad that we sold that live eel, but I think we can make do. A chicken named Goose. Turn down those sneakers? You're not wearing shoes, you have chicken feet. Cute. Cute song. Groucho. We should get fortunes while we're here, and we should also see if Gracie Grace has changed their shit up. Since it's a new month, and I don't know how Gracie Grace works. Nope, that's the same stuff. That's the same stuff. Same stuff. I think we've ever talked to Gracie before. A little faster. Just a little faster, Gracie. Uh-huh. I had to lecture you on the finer point. Fabulous. Okay. You're more lucky girl. I just happen to have a little time on my hooves today. But just so you know, when it comes to clash and fashion, I call it like I see it, honey. Just to start, honey, your thing is all over the place. I just don't see a solid theme. Not to mention your color choices. It's like all the colors are at war and your outfit's the battlefield. Sorry, honey, but this one's a fashion casualty. So to put it nicely, I've seen yaks with better fashion sense, and they're mostly hair and mud. Now, if you want to become worthy of wearing the Gracie Grace brand, here's what I say. Study up and work on understanding the complicated beast that is the fashion world. No offense, Gracie, but your big design philosophy seems to be put this pattern on everything, so I think I'm doing just fine. Good dog. Scary eyes, but... Let's see if there's anything new going on here. Curiosity, heartbreak, shock, disinterest. I think... Let me look up Frillard again. Frillard is inspiration, bashfulness, outrage, sleepiness, thought, or agreement. So not curiosity, heartbreak, shock, or disinterest. Let's see disinterest. I'm curious. I would like a disinterested emotion face. Oh, hey. Hey, Mo. Thanks, that special someone out there. I think you know who you are. Mo? Is it just me? Or is it cold out here? Eep, there it is again. I know what it is. Your chilly stares. Eep, the doctor is out. That's not really disinterest. At least not as Shrunk was performing. If that wasn't Shrunk's disinterest. Sounds good. I'm going to unlearn. Let's swap it out with disappointment. Yeah, I also like how in New Leaf you can just have all the emotions. Having to like pick and choose which four you know is, to be honest, probably a feature of like the fact that this is a Wii game, so you have to be able to go like click, blah. So that's still, it's annoying. Um, let's get the charm for now. It should be a new charm, right? Those are like a monthly or something? Or are those all only multiplayer things? I guess we'll find out. Ooh, a hidden charm that helps you receive the gyroids as blessings. Plant a red turnip seed somewhere in Chicory. I don't know how to get a red turnip seed. This is Chicory's July charm. However, it will have no effect if you perform this charm. Right, it must be performed by a visitor from another town. And maybe they'll live there. Maybe fuck off. Okay, I guess this is just a multiplayer thing. That's a shame, because that seems like a really, really fun mechanic. That's the Magician's Quest shit. Like, that's what I want. Okay, I guess that's all I got for today. I really like the charm thing to be a thing I could do. I also don't know where I'd get a red turnip seed anyways. Okay, let's write Queenie a letter and then we'll sign off for today. Oh, we should also get that painting authenticated. Yeah, I beat him up for talking about shopping with me all the time whenever we fucking talk. That's the scrap. I don't know why I went to beat him up. I just kind of want to hit Cap'n sometimes is all. Got in an argument about how my main fella is always talking about how I be shopping. Because it gets kind of old is all. Okay. What's a good gift for someone who's being a bit of a pill? Is it a fucking cicada? Like a loud one? I think it is. we should get that painting checked out. This fishing rod here. Still got this invite card. Chicory Queenie. Dear Queenie, we all say dumb shit sometimes. Sometimes it's because we're mad at a bus driver. But sometimes it's because we're rude little trash bake asshole. Done. Attach a cicada. Ow. You can't put a bug in a letter. That's a funny message. I'm still mad at it though. Okay. So I can't put a bug in a letter. Does that mean I can't put a fish in a letter either? I'm not giving her an invite card. Those are valuable to someone. I'm not giving her good stuff either. I don't want to fish long enough to get trash. Is the thing. That might be an eel. Let's see if we can send a fish. I bet we can't. But let's see. What? Fuck off. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not gonna cry any tears if Queenie moves. That was some bullshit that she pulled on Freckles. Freckles, who was being, you know, naive, but in a completely harmless way. You know, it's not a crime to be naive. Especially if you're fantasizing, like, it's just, you know, let people have their dreams. As long as they don't get in the way of reality, it's, you know. Fuck, I jumped. I panicked. the other thing is, like, even if you, for whatever reason, feel compelled to correct someone on what you see as a juvenile fantasy, that's wildly different from being like, you're never going to meet a man unless you meet him at a dollar store. One, that's really that's classist. Two, it's really rude. Three, dollar stores are kind of rad, and you know, I would appreciate a guy who knows the value of a... Nah, fuck off. See if I can put this fish in your letter. How about that? You can't put a fish in a letter. You can't. I made that joke. Whatever, I'm not going to put anything on it. That might increase the odds of her actually responding positively to it, and I don't want that. If I could put a beehive in this letter, I would do it. I got a fucking letter for you, Pelly. Pay off a bit of our loan while we're here. Okay, let's see if the museum wants that painting, and then we'll call it. It's fake. That's fine. I still like it. I think I like it more than the sunflower one, to be honest. Nope, that's good. Alright, well, that's good for today, I think. Just head down here. Pick up this sunflower painting. These both listed as forged paintings? Okay. Nice. Put these bonsai in storage until we can have a bonsai corner. Alright, that's a bishop, but we don't have room for that anyway right now. And I'm sick of getting these invite cards, so I'm just going to stick that there. Okay. I think that's good. Thanks for joining me, everyone. Save and quit. I'm Janine Hawkins. I'm at Bleeding Heart on Twitter. I've been streaming this game at random periods, random points. I don't know if I'll stream on Friday or Saturday. No clue. Probably not Friday. I think we might be recording tomorrow. I'm not sure. But on Sunday, Gotta get those 5 times points. Gotta get those 5x points. So I'll be back for that. I hope I get fruit too. That'd be great. So yeah, have a good Thursday, everyone. Take care.